looking at last time's test, it was not good. This class did better than the other class. This class got an average of 59%. We had an 100, we had 195, we had 190. After that, our high was 60 and our low was 30. So, I would like to offer you a redo and give you the higher of the two scores. I'd like to aggressively go over this and try to figure out what you're hearing and what you're not hearing and how we can get better at it. Thoughts, comments, concerns?
I think I like second guess myself on a lot of the diminished ones because like I hear the tritone and I like every time you say it like I know it's a diminished chord, but sometimes I get the inversions mixed up.
Yeah.
And so I know I need to work on that more at least.
Okay. So I was also thinking that I could try to approach it a little bit different in how we go over it and really analyze, okay, who answered what and why. So let's do some of that today. Is that all right? I'm going to share my screen. Excellent. So that's what'll be on the final. Good morning, Catherine.
Morning. The only reason why that didn't work was because I seen you do it once before. But you did beg for pause.
All right, we have Jared here now and Catherine here now. Anybody else? Okay. We were just talking about doing a redo on this test because people are still struggling and I want you to do better. So, here we go. Let me turn my little pencil on. Let me turn the chat to where I can see it.
So is this the test?
This
or
is not the test. This is
Okay.
the butt kicking practice that we're going to have to get ready for the test next week. All right.
Okay.
Good, David. Good, Allie. So can everyone tell that it's dissonant? Can everyone hear that there's a tritone? So we know it's some kind of diminished, right? It's a no-brainer that, and then this is where you all fall apart. Is that safe to say? So where is the tritone? Okay, one of you said diminished shell. the tritone's on the top. Can you hear it now? All right, let's do another one. Any comments, any feedback on that?
That one, for me, I always, if I get them like right, it's mostly because that one, I hear it wants to go major. So.
Do you hear it wanting to go major how I just played it wanting to go major, or a different way?
I don't know. I don't remember how you played it. No, it's just one, yeah.
You hear it like that?
That's how I hear it.
I tend to hear that one as going either down to the A minor or up to the 7.
Go ahead, Allie. How do you hear it?
With like, I hear it like with like a D dominant 7 kind of thing going too, even though there's no D in it.
Allie, what were you saying?
I just hear it wants to go out to major, and
Okay.
so whenever I hear it wanting to go major, I assume it's first inversion, diminished first inversion. Yeah.
And that might help some of the rest of you, yeah?
Yeah.
But
Right.
even
It's a
though
legal
like I
tone.
hear that, I still have trouble like finding like the tritone on the top.
Okay.
Like going that way, it's like still hard for me.
But you can also hear the 6th. Wanting to resolve out. All right. New one. It is dissonant, so that takes out everyone that wrote minor. There is a tritone, so we know it's some kind of diminished. Where's our tritone? Whatever you hummed, only one of those notes was a chord tone. The other one was not. Does everyone hear how this wants to resolve down? So, second inversion wants to resolve down. First inversion wants to resolve out. Or up. Comments? Questions?
Can you play the second inversion?
It might be helpful.
hear diminished chords wanting to go down because I always think of them always wanting to go up with the train
Yeah, when it's
tracks.
in root, for sure. I mean, we could do that.
So I don't know. Whatever.
Ethan, you were saying something?
I was gonna say maybe it'd be helpful if you use the same shell and then played both inversions to compare them. I mean, like stay with the A flat and F on the outside, then go to the B in the middle,
B.
just so you can hear the difference in the tritone.
What is the B? I had a D.
And you're changing the chord. It's just I wanted to see how it sounded with the same shell. That way you can compare the tritone where it is.
So this is the first inversion with the tritone on the top. This is a different chord with the tritone on the bottom. They both want to go to the same spot, don't they?
Close, yeah.
All
Actually,
right.
the first one wants to go to G flat, I think.
There?
No, I'm sorry, the other one with the B. To, yeah.
All right. I've trained my roommates. They can identify this chord now. And it's not from listening to Dr. Dre, which I got slapped with a copyright infringement on my last video. Had to cut it out.
You're lying.
No, I'm serious.
What?
Not from my playing. I hit play on the recording. What's that?
It wasn't even a full song,
I
and you
know.
gave credit.
All right, is it dissonant? Can you all hear that that is minor? Is there a fourth? Where is it?
Phantom.
That's the phantom. Who struggles with that one? You need to go listen to more Dr. Dre. No, I would never encourage people to do that. Not with those explicit lyrics.
I hear the phantom, but only when you point it out.
Okay, now in the process, Catherine, did you know immediately it was not dissonant?
Yes.
Okay, so that put us on the major minor side. Did you know immediately that it wasn't minor? Or there wasn't
It
major?
was minor. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so then you have to ask yourself, is the Phantom here with me? Right?
Okay.
Because otherwise you got to get your Weezer on. What?
I don't think about the Weezer and I don't hear it unless you're playing it. Like actually. So yeah. I don't listen to them enough. Or that song.
Okay. Can we all hear that it's major? Are we all in that ballpark? Okay, is there a fourth or is it evenly stacked? Who votes evenly stacked?
Me.
I have one vote evenly stacked. Anyone going to hop in that camp? No one is joining you, Jordan. Come to our side. So we're all saying there's a fourth? Where's the fourth?
On the bottom.
Bottom.
You hear Here Comes the Bride on the bottom of this chord.
Now I do.
Was that all right? Did we do okay with that one?
I always hear Ray Charles in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wait, but what was that one? So was that first or
That was second.
second? Oh, okay, I got it right.
Can you see my screen?
Well, that was the first time I actually heard Here Comes the Bride
Okay.
on that, and I'm so happy.
Not fooling anybody with this one, I'm not. Good, you can all hear augmented fine, can't you? Anybody struggling with augmented? Oops, sorry.
On the test, I got it wrong all 3 times. I don't know why.
I only played it twice.
Did you get augmented second, Titus?
Well, third. You know how it goes.
I think augmented is one of the only ones that I almost always get right.
All right. We get this one right too, don't we?
Not consistently.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty
Yeah.
much get this one too.
Go ahead, Brenda.
Oh, I was just gonna say, same. Sometimes I get it, but then, like after, if it goes after like a major first, and then it'll do major root. For some reason, I don't get it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
same. If you play any versions before it.
Can you hear that it's evenly stacked? It's pretty much the same distance from here to here as it is from here to here. They're both thirds. There's no fourth. You hear what, Catherine?
Currently I hear it sounding right, I guess. And there's no
Right.
fourth. Yeah.
Right.
But I think it's also because I heard the other one the fourth so clearly. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I think I hear the solfege more than like anything.
Do mi so.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's a good strategy. Yeah.
Especially as a singer, because if you're sight reading, then you want to do that before.
Mm-hmm. And it's in all your warm-ups. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. Yeah. All right. So, do we all know that it's not augmented? So we know it's diminished. We know there's a tritone. We got to find it. All right, somebody in the chat says they hear the tritone on top. Are you agreeing with my friend in the chat, or are you disagreeing with my friend in the chat?
Disagreeing only because when you played it the other time, it sounded like it really wanted to go to major, and this one doesn't really want to go to major.
Where does this one want to go to you?
That I don't know.
Let's go up.
By
Half step. So shell.
So you're saying root. If it's in root position, then we should have a shell of a tritone.
I always miss that one.
Well, you're not the only one.
I feel like
I
this
have
is
another
the
friend in
one
the
where I'm
chat
like,
that thought it was a
yeah, I know
diminished
what that
second.
is.
Say again, Sam?
I said the root for diminish, I feel like every time it comes, I'm like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, and one of the reasons it's easier to hear is because it's perfectly even stacked. We have a minor third and a minor third. Y'all ever play Red Rover? There's no busting through that, right? When we have it in an inversion, we got a big old gaping hole. We have a hole of a tritone. But when we're in root, our shell is the tritone. And it's harder to hear, in my opinion, because we have a third stuck in the middle. It's just stacked, so compact.
I hear lullaby in between each third.
Yep. I hear green sleeves. Good. All right, I'm getting a lot of answers saying that no, it's not dissonant. And we are in major. And then we're starting to scatter a bit. Is everybody in the ballpark that we're in major? Is everyone in agreement that it is not evenly stacked and that we have a fourth? So now we have a 50-50 shot of getting it right. Where's the fourth? Is it on the top? Or is it on the bottom? It's on the top. We're in first inversion. Comments?
For some reason I couldn't hear that.
Where the fourth was?
Yeah, it just sounded major, like completely.
Okay. So let's go process of elimination. Like John can totally hear Ray Charles. So if you know it's major and you don't hear Ray, you know it's first. You can hear that there's a fourth, right? You knew there was a fourth. You knew it wasn't in root. You knew it was major and you knew it wasn't root, but you couldn't hear Ray or Miley. There's no Nashville party. You know it's in first inversion. So with process of elimination, you should be able to get these, yeah? I think you have enough crutches. You just got to remember you've got them and use them. All right, let's do another one. So I think that you guys are all good enough now that you can just do this. True, right off the bat? Now, last time we were talking, we said, all right, if the tritone's on the bottom, it wants to go down. If the tritone's on the top, it either wants to go up or it wants to go out. And if it's the shell, it wants to move up by half step. This is a potential way you could hear it. Everyone isn't going to hear it this way, but I think a lot of you are. Where's the tritone? The tritone should stand out because it's alone if it's in first or second inversion. The tritone's harder to hear, in my opinion, if it's in root because of the shell. Where's the tritone? All right, a lot of you got that wrong, so talk to me. How did we miss it?
It sounded like it wanted to go up by half step. I don't know.
There it is, evenly stacked. Nothing's getting through that.
Yeah, I just think of that one as really feeling really condensed.
Yep. It's totally compact.
And the other ones are stretched out.
Yeah.
I hear a train. honk or whatever it is.
All right, we're to the point where we always get. I think you guys are getting better at this one. Is there a fourth? Weezer is right. Nope.
What?
I circled the wrong one. For all you Broadway fans. Somebody hears Moonlight Sonata.
That's a good one. All these exercises are an excuse for you to show off your transposing skills.
No.
I got lucky. Okay. Not stacked enough to be in major root. We've got a fourth. Do you hear Ray Charles?
Can you compare first and second?
To me, you could never end a song here. It needs some action. It needs to move. You can't end there and die happy. Here you could get away with it, but really you want to be here. Totally stacked, not moving. Here it's okay. Here I gotta move. I can't stand staying there.
Another way to do it is where's the root in the chord? If the root's on top, then it's first.
Yep.
I think that only works if you got an ear like you.
Maybe.
With
I
the
don't
third.
know.
I mean,
So I throw it out there.
Other thoughts?
a lot of the time with major inversions for me, I listen for the beginning and the tail end. So with major first, sometimes I could like if I focus really hard, I could hear the like it shift down and then almost go back up and level out. And then with a major second, I could hear it almost completely level, but it waves really hard at the end. That's typically what I try and listen for.
The beating, like wow, 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 wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow.
Yeah.
I kind of hear Weezer, like the minor second, but I know the chord's major, so then I know it's major first.
Ooh, can you play Weezer in major for us? Fresh.
You hear the tritone. How does it want to resolve? It's about a 50-50 split.
Let's resolve out.
So that means your tritone's on the top. I'm seeing some looks.
We need songs for those ones.
You're just too good to be true. That's the one I got for that.
Dope.
First inversion, yeah?
That's the first time I heard Here Comes the Bride. That's the first time I heard it.
I love you, a bushel and a peck.
First time, this time I hadn't heard it. Dang it.
Okay, I'm supposed to show you how to practice these on musictheory.net and teoria.com. Let's see if we can find these. Teoria.com. Exercises. Chords. Triads. Goodbye to your ad. Sharing sound. All right, I want to hear all four. I want to hear all triads. I hear Ray. The phantom is with me. I can feel it. Yes.
You're too quick.
This is from I Want to Know Where Love Is. Do you know that song? You should know that song. It's a great 80s ballad. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can take it again. What is it? Okay, that's how you do it at Teoria. Musictheory.net. Exercises. Your training. Chord. Ooh, that was tangy. This one's not as good because you can't specify what kind of a chord. You're just getting everything.
Tangy. Major seventh.
Yeah. So this one doesn't help as much. So I would use Teoria. Yeah, I posted the video where we went over the seventh chords, but I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to try to reinforce us a little bit better on these triads. So we're going to redo the test next week. Some of you should not be allowed to take it because you didn't show up for the first one.
Guilty.
Oh, there's multiple guilties in this room. How are we feeling? Are we feeling better about this? About the same?
Yes and no. When we
I'm
went
also supposed to show you Aurelia, so hold on for that.
I just struggle with the diminished triads and hearing the tritone sometimes.
when we went to Teoria, I couldn't hear it at all. anymore.
Yeah, let's look at that. I don't know if I have a good. I don't even have a good. I do have a practice link for you at the bottom of the modules. There's an Aurelia practice launch. Does everybody see it? Am I in student view? Come on, student view. There we go. There's our purple banner. Aurelia practice. Pew. What do I want to do? I don't know that I wanted to do that. Hey, look at that. It works right inside Canvas. Chord recognition. I want major, minor, and diminished root chords. No. Yes, I guess that's what I want. That's just triads, though. Whoa! Come back. What happens if I launch the software? Another way to find it is to come here to the practice. Chords, it's the same thing. Chord recognition. There's 18 levels.
What level are you stuck on, Doc?
I don't know. We don't want sevenths. We want... I guess we want level 9, but we don't want... Yeah, we want level 9, but we want diminished with it.
Down.
Huh?
I think they're further down.
Well, you guys might start here. These are all root. Level 6 is root. 7 arpeggiates it, and that doesn't help us because you're not going to get it arpeggiated. 8 is nice because it's major and minor, but and first and second inversions, but that's descending, and that doesn't help. So this is the best they have, but they don't have diminished in there.
I think it's that one.
12 is your best bet, but you're going to be given 7th chords. No. We'll poo on them. So let's listen to 9. 9's decent. Ah, there's Ray. Do you hear Ray? I hear Ray. Major second. You guys don't hear it. Do you hear it? You hear it. Okay. What is it?
Root.
Root.
Root. Tricky. They didn't put root where they should have. Oh, those little trickies. Okay, so not a good option. Teori is the best option.
Yeah, I like how you can select what you want.
Yeah. So practice this weekend. Also, your friendly reminder. It's daylight savings time. And we're going to spring forward. So you're going to lose an hour. So I don't want you to be an hour late to my class on Monday or Tuesday. So don't forget to spring forward. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Remember who you were and what you stood for. And we will see you on Monday or Tuesday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Doc.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome. All right. Wanted to talk about the exam we had. Several of you, all of you, did not do well. The high in this class was 75, and that person is not here. So you got somewhere between 0 and Wait for it. Where did that exam go? 60. Wait, this is the wrong class. Hold on.
You had one job, Bascom.
Well, it might have been true. Nope, somebody got 65. The high was 75. That person's not here, and somebody got 65 after that. That is not passing, kids. So let's talk about what the problem is. What is the problem? What are we having a hard time with?
Like I told you on Thursday, I struggle with hearing major inversions and diminished inversions.
Okay.
Same thing as Connor said with me.
That was kind of the consensus from the morning class as well. So let's go over some of them today.
Sure.
I also want to talk about the process a little more. What we are listening for, what we're hearing, what we're not hearing. I'm thinking that from what you guys are saying and what the morning class is saying, you know what ballpark we're in most of the time. You just can't pinpoint the inversion. So here we go. Send me private chat messages. Am I sharing? I'm not sharing. Are we all in agreement that this is dissonant?
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement that there's a tritone?
Yeah. This is diminished. We just don't know which one. Are there songs we could hear out of these?
For some. For this one, there is. Where's the tritone? No, that won't serve you well for taking the test because I'm not going to do that on the test.
On top?
Could you play a root position just so I can hear that and be able to... Oh.
The root position is as compact of a triad as you can get. It's a minor third stacked on a minor third.
Okay. That, I hear that.
An augmented is also stacked, but there's just bigger gaps. And everyone usually doesn't struggle with augmented. It's been my experience.
Augmented sticks out enough to be identifiable really relatively easily.
So first inversion has a bigger gap on the top.
And then second inversion has a bigger one on the bottom.
Now we were also talking this morning. Some students hear this wanting to go out.
What do you mean by going out? Oh. So it wants to resolve outwards to major?
Or out to minor. This sixth wants to go out to an octave. A lot of people hear that. Now, second, most people want to hear it falling down.
It almost sounds like a tendency tone.
That's what it is.
Is it really? Okay.
You can hear it wanting to go up and staying in first inversion or out to the octave. Now the root, if it wants to go anywhere, it wants to go up by half step, but very weakly. The tendency tones are much stronger on first inversion and even stronger still on second inversion. Now you were asking for a song. This is The Killing Me Softly by Lauryn Hill. Yeah. Do a YouTube search for Lauryn Hill, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. I'd do it, but then I would get tagged with a copyright and restriction.
Sorry, just delete the VOD.
It won't let me make money off of my videos because I'm making so much right now with 300 whole subscribers.
That's like 293 more than me.
Questions, comments, concerns.
So what exactly makes the first and second inversions tendencies tones stick out more than the root position? Like why
The dissonant interval that they create.
Right. So it's just that dissonant sound that gives them that tendency tone?
Yeah, if you call that a C sharp and an A sharp, T do, that becomes T do and Re. And the solfege signs that we use are supposed to show those tendency tones. Do, do, re, do. Re usually wants to go to mi, but in this case, right Re wants to go down to do. T, we're pointing up, T, do.
Okay. That makes sense. That helps a bit.
All right, new one. Are we in agreement that it's some kind of a minor? Is there a fourth? Where's Here Comes the Bride? Is it on the top or the bottom?
Why was I hearing a minor second there?
He's there.
You know, now that I'm thinking Phantom of the Opera, I hear it now.
And we had that conversation this morning too. Some kids are having a hard time between first and second and minor. And so they're not sure which it is. So maybe the question is there a fourth? Yes, but I'm not sure. Do you hear Phantom? Or do you hear Weezer?
My camera is giving me troubles now. No idea why.
Questions, comments, concerns, follow-ups. Share what helps with you because it might help somebody else. Also, I recorded this morning's thing, so I'm just going to put them back to back. And a lot of people shared this morning what works for them, what they hear, how they hear certain chords wanting to resolve. So some of the commentary might be beneficial to you. Any comments? All right, I think everyone's in agreement that we're in major, right? And now our answers start to scatter all over the place. Is it equally stacked? Or is there a fourth? There's a fourth, so everybody that said major root is wrong. Where's the fourth? The fourth's on the bottom. So we're in second inversion. This is the Ray Charles.
Or the Beatles.
Yeah, that works. Questions, comments, concerns, statements. Are you hearing it?
I'm hearing the Beatles when I hear that now.
Okay.
But the hard thing is trying to hear the difference between the first and the second inversion.
Somebody said this morning, I hear Weezer, but in major. I don't know.
You know, I could hear where that's coming from, actually. It's like if somebody took that same song and just put it into a major key, which is, albeit cursed, but still plausible, I guess.
Good, Skylar. Good, Isaac. Good, Christian. Can we agree it is dissonant? Do you hear a tritone? If you do, I don't know what you're listening to because there isn't one.
Why does that sound so diminished?
So 3 of you missed that one. No tritone.
They really sound diminished. That's the thing. I don't know why I heard diminished there.
of the seven of you that answered, everyone's in the right ballpark that we're in major. And then we're unsure if there's a fourth or not. One of my vocalists this morning said, when I hear that chord, I hear do, mi, so. Because we start with that. And Zach's like, that's me. That's what I hear. Trevor's agreeing. So when I hear do, mi, so, boom, I know I'm en route. Done. It's evenly stacked. I hear do, mi, so. Versus first inversion has a huge gap on the top.
What is
Then
the
second
solfege for that?
inversion? Second inversion has the big gap on the bottom. Solfege for first inversion is mi, so, do.
You mean for root?
No. Mi, so, do. Do's on the top in first inversion.
Okay.
Do, mi, so. Do's on the bottom for root. Mi, so, do. So, do, mi. For second inversion.
Okay.
So listen for do, mi, so if that helps you.
I'll try that. That might help.
Other thoughts, other questions, other things that work for you?
Actually, not a bad idea practicing the do, mi, so on these chords.
For all of them, yeah. All right, so everyone's in the same ballpark that we're in minor, and then we're all over the place as to what inversion. Somebody said root, somebody said first, somebody said second. So we're not hearing the inversion very good. If we're in minor, it's going to be do, mi, so, if it's in root position. If we have a minor root, it'll be do, mi, so. We are not in root. So for everybody that answered root, try again. Whoops. There is a fourth. Question is it on the bottom or is it on the top? All my Weezer fans out there, all my Filler on the Roof Broadway nuts. So, do, mi. There's my fourth. Third on the top. We're in second inversion. Where's the tritone? Wants to resolve down. Here's first with a tritone on the top. Kind of wants to resolve out or up. Second wants to involve down. There's root. Now here's the point I want to make with the tritone. If we're in root position, the shell is very hard to hear. The tritone shell is very hard to hear because there's a third in the middle of it. There's my tritone, but that note in the middle messes up hearing the poignancy of a tritone all by itself. That's very stark, very in-your-face, dissonant. But when you put a third in the middle of it, it lessens the blow. When I'm in inversion, it's more poignant because I have that tritone. It's just being kind of disguised by the third below it. Or if I'm in a second inversion, I still have the tritone. There's nothing in the middle of that tritone if I'm in second or first. But when I'm in root, it's so evenly stacked, and that G in the middle is disrupting me hearing that. I don't know if that helps anybody.
That adds something to it. That adds a little extra layer, at least for me, to be able to understand it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, 7 people responded. 6 out of 7 said we were in major. So 6 out of 7 of us are in the right ballpark. Do you hear Do Mi Sol?
Not in that order.
Not in that order, so it can't be root then.
I do not think it is
So you're saying that there's a fourth.
Yes.
Is that fourth on top or bottom?
Top.
It's on top. For some reason, major first just sticks out. Like, I don't know why. It's just something about the major first that just sticks out a bit more. I guess because the fourth is more audible since it's on top.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, good Christian. Christian said he hears the sixth, the major sixth that is the Charlie Brown song. And somebody said that this morning as well. Good job, Christian. Second inversion, I hear Ray Charles. Everybody should go listen to America the Beautiful by Ray Charles. You'll never miss it again.
What about for a root? Is there a song for a root position that we could hear?
There's a gazillion songs that start with a major root position.
Well, yeah, I'm asking for one.
Just a do, mi, so. Charge!
See, the thing is, I struggle with hearing them as arpeggiated like that. Whenever I think of try to think of a song for a triad, I try to hear the triad in the song. Like I just try to, it's like, okay, what's a song that has that triad in it, not arpeggiated? I guess that's what makes it so difficult for me.
Okay. So 6 of you responded. All of you said that we're in minor. And then the great divide happens. We are in minor. We do not have a root. We do have a fourth. Here it is here it is in root. Where's our Here Comes the Bride?
Top.
Bottom. Green Sleeves is on top.
You're gonna get that song burned into my brain, Bascom.
Which one?
Weezer. Which
put it on your playlist now.
It isn't a bad thing. I like the song, but it's just like, oh my lord, I've already got like Frank Sinatra burned into my brain because I listened to it last night, and it was, oh lord.
Which one?
My Way.
Ah.
It's my favorite Frank Sinatra song.
What's that one?
What? Triad or?
Yeah.
I actually don't know. What triad would that be? I don't know what key it's in. It sounds like it being major. Give me a moment. I'm getting called really quick. I'm gonna have to step away from this because it's important.
All right. Well, so friend in the chat that said you have a hard time hearing any of the songs, you arpeggiate them in your head. Try arpeggiating them in your head with solfege. If you can figure out what the root is. If you're arpeggiating them in your head, that's telling you that you know what your root is and where the root is in the chord. If your root's on top, what do you know that you have? First inversion. If your root's in the middle, you know you have second inversion. If your root's on the bottom, you know you're in root. And it should be evenly stacked. A major triad is major third, minor third. A minor triad is minor third, major third.
I think arpeggiate isn't the right word for this thing because
Okay.
I don't arpeggiate like the scale. I'm just, what notes are you playing? And then I try my best to pull them apart so I hear them one at a time, and then I try to figure out where they are from there. Because
That's arpeggiating.
oh, okay, so it is right word. Nice.
Yeah. But when you arpeggiate, you need to be able to differentiate where's the bigger gap.
Yeah.
Is the bigger gap on the top or the bottom?
In which case, everything just sounds small, and I have to like really, really think about it, and it hurts.
Yeah. But usually that big gap will be heard in Here Comes the Bride or a tritone. All right. So it comes down to where's the tritone? Is it a shell? Is it on top? Is it on bottom? This one is so widespread, there's no way we're in root. How do you hear it as wanting to resolve?
I hear it going up.
Like that? Then you're hearing a first inversion diminished triad. You're absolutely right. Some people want to hear it go out though, Zach. You can hear it either way. Either way, our T goes to Do. It's similar. But if it were in second, second wants to fall down. But you can also hear it want to go. So it's hard. You got to do what works for you. Are we getting any better at these? Do you feel like if we took the test again, you would do better?
Maybe not yet. I feel like I would do slightly better, but I feel like I still wouldn't I pass with where I'm at.
I want to give you the test again. I want to do a redo. But part of me wants to say, hey, if you didn't take the test the first time, why should I let you redo it? Because you blew off my test. And part of me wants to say, hey, if you get a higher score, I'll give you the higher of the two scores. You know, whatever, I'll give you the higher score. The fact that only one person in this room passed the class or passed the test has me very concerned. So I would like to redo it next week. Okay. I talked in the morning class about where you can practice these, and we logged into Aurelia, we went to musictheory.net, and we went to teoria.com. And we found that teoria.com has the best place to practice these. So I want to show you how we got there.
Are we going to retake it on Tuesday or Thursday?
That would be a great question, wouldn't it? I'd come to class both days just to be sure.
Well, I'm going to come to class every day, regardless.
So on the top, it says exercises. Does everybody see this?
Yeah.
And then we come to chords. triads. Close the ad. You can select, by default, it'll just be selected major, minor. So you want to make sure you select all those. Make sure you select all those. He's there. The Phantom of the
It's
We can't hear it
quiet.
we can't hear it.
Ah.
Where are we?
What's your guess? Do, me, so. Minor root.
Should we be answering these in the chat or
Sure.
Or in over
Chat's
voice?
great. Good Harley, good Skylar. Good Isaac, good Connor. This is the one that people usually get. There's no tritone, so it can't be diminished. It's augmented. If it's root, it should be do, mi, so. Really strong. Do, mi, so. Doesn't match. Root's out. If it's second inversion, we should have a fourth on the bottom. Sorry. Yep, fourth on the bottom. If it's first inversion, we should have a fourth on the top. I don't hear Ray Charles, so I'm going to say major first inversion.
At first, before like within the first few weeks, like whenever we were just barely starting to start with the inversions and stuff,
Mhm.
I would always listen. It's like, okay, so the I can hear a higher note on the first inversion and then a lower, like it's not as high compared to second. So it'll raise, but then it'll also raise again, but still somehow lower itself. Like the fifth won't be as high up. Is how I would hear it.
Okay.
It was weird. And that's not how I do it anymore though.
Good Christian. Good Connor. I hear Ray Charles. Good Skylar, good Christian. Good Connor. Good, Isaac. Good, Ruben. Augmented it was. We've already heard this one. Yeah, it really wouldn't take you long. If you sat down and did this for an hour, I think you'd have it. I think your scores would significantly increase. Right? Minor. Most of you are saying minor second. Got your Weezer on. Your fiddler on the roof. All right, questions for me.
None for me. This was
weekend,
actually
what do we
pretty
got to do?
Aurelia and also our dictation.
Okay.
I believe that's it.
All right. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Remember who you were and what you stood for, and we will see you on Monday or Tuesday.
See you, Dr. B.
Bye.
See you, Bascom.
See
I
ya.
will be sure to practice more, and hopefully I'll be able to actually impress you with my improvement.
All right.
So see you on Tuesday.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
You too.